Okay, this is just a test, just to get back into the swing of things. I'm actually playing as France right now, just for funsies. Just trying to make sure that the cursor can show up and that the feed looks good. I'm now trying, instead of a .avi file, an MP4, just to see if everything comes up looking a little better. I'm hoping the cursor comes up with this, like, general's gloved hand. And as France, I've already taken Tunis, and I'm thinking of going after Egypt or Algeria, but we'll see. So as I mentioned before, going left to right up here, this is just all my factories. Some are built automatically via capitalists. Some I built and maintained myself, all of which are subsidized by the government so that I can make money if everything's going well. Also will help me prevent these guys from being unemployed. As you can see, it's only like 10 to 30 people here or there, so no big deal. But Normandy is almost full of capacity at this place, so I'm going to actually expand the factory. And I'm also going to build another one. And let's see. As you see, I can create a steel factory, and the daily output's basically how much money we'll be making after, with this. If I build something else like, let's see, like regular clothes, the red means we're not making enough to really cover costs and stuff, so I'll be losing money. Now you might be thinking, well, then why would you want to build a factory if you're going to be losing money? Well, sometimes your soldiers or your citizens need regular clothes. So you would rather make it instead of having to import it from other countries because it's more expensive on them. And you want to keep everybody happy. Now in Normandy, I'm going to build a steamer shipyard. That way it's cheaper for me to build ships. So let's do that. That way we can get some battleships and such later. And let's see, that's pretty much it there. Our budget, we got everyone just under the norm, which is 50%, just to keep everyone kind of happy. We have some loans, but we can't even pay all of it off yet, but it's fine. We're doing our own thing there. And national stockpile, all this other stuff, we're just keeping it max. Military spending's at about 70% just so we can get more available brigades up and running. I'm currently researching idealism, which increases the amount of research points I get so I can get some better stuff for my army or navy, commerce, industry, or other stuff in culture as well. Now, this is one of the reasons why I like this game as well as the original Hearts of Iron better than most of the other Paradox games, was the way they do tech. It's very simplified. You know what you're getting, you know what's required of you, and you can just pretty much, depending on your literacy, just throw scientists and other people onto it instead of having to wait thousands of years, like in Europa Universalis 4, which is just too slow of a game for me. This one's much more my pace. Same with the original Hearts of Iron. In fact, if anyone has ever played the original Hearts of Iron, this is very similar, but at the same time very different. But most things in Hearts of Iron, such as how the military goes, as well as the tech, are pretty much the same. The big difference is really everything else. Let's see. Politics. I always stick with the reactionaries because it allows me to unlock these quicker as well as control my own factories. State capitalism, yay! Alright, and now I know that some of you guys had some questions on diplomacy, so I'm just going to go through it real quick. Say I have 6 diplomatic points right now, right? So I want to be super buddies with Prussia. Right now, our relations is a 7, which is not very much at all. If we can get it up to 100, then they have no reason to attack us because we're buddies. So I'm going to increase our relations. Alright. So we can form alliances, but usually, at least in early game, it's hard to do multiple alliances with other world powers or great powers because you can only have one. Otherwise, you get a huge negative modifier. Our current best buddy is Spain, who is about ready to drop off the world stage from the looks of it. But you see all the different wars going on. Ethiopia's beating on Egypt. We got Portugal fighting in the Middle East. And we're going to actually create a war justification, or a casus belli, on, let's just take Algeria out right now, and we can screw with Morocco later. So we're going to go to diplomacy. I'm going to go to justify war. We're going to demand concessions. We can do an all-out conquest, but there's a chance of getting 22 infamy. And our current infamy is 0. If that ever goes over or near 25, all the other great powers will think that we're an evil nation, and then they'll start a coalition to kick our ass and cut us down to size. Which we don't want as an up-and-coming empire. We don't want that. So we're just going to ask for pieces of his land. So we're just going to say demand concessions, which is only 5. Not bad. So proceed. Now this will slowly tick over, in this case for a span of 139 days. Sometimes there are random events that will appear that'll make this increase faster or increase slower. So we're going to try that. And let's see what we want. How many provinces does he have? I think he has technically 4, but let's take a look. We're going to go to our regional map mode. So he has 1, 2. Huh. I wonder why we couldn't just out and out declare a war on him and just take him. Doesn't say. Okay, well, whatever. Usually if they have 3 or more provinces, you can't, but he only seems to have 2. So I'm not entirely sure why we couldn't just take him. Oh well. Maybe it's like his country level or something. Wait, does he have 2 or does he have 1? Let's go back. Yeah, he has 2. So, whatever. And then we'll have our armies go in and crush them. I'm increasing my Algerian forces here so I can have 2 forces of about 30. While trying to reinforce Alsace-Lorraine, just in case the Germans unify and they want this little piece of land. So, I'm also trying to rework the Navy because our Navy had ships of sail. Let's get some steamships. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to cover. Just kind of show you guys what's going on. As well as, I was hoping to do some battles, but it's going to be 169 days. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys want me to continue with this format or not. If I don't get any real responses in a few days, I'm just going to assume that nobody likes it or nobody cares, and I'll probably try to stick to my old format. But I would like to finish the Super Germany playthrough at some point. This would be super quick in comparison to doing all the screenshots, because first it takes like maybe an hour or so to get through, sometimes 2 hours to get through the decade. And then another like 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours on top of that, doing all the editing and writing and screenshots and GIFs and all that other fun stuff. So this way is a little bit quicker. I'm currently recording right now on July 16th? Yeah, 16th. So chances are I'll have this up for you guys by tomorrow. If not tonight. It really depends on how quick YouTube wants to upload this and process it. So we're also testing that while we're also testing the mic and being able to see the little cursor guy. So Thanks for watching, and let me know what you guys think. You can either comment in the video or just reply on the forum and just say whether you like it, don't like it, things that would probably make it better, or if you just plain don't like it, okay? Thanks for watching and take care.